for Turd Podcast, episode 44, Lamar. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving, so we decided to do Poultrygeist from Troma.
Of course, going on with the gluttony, visiting or having relatives come into your midst that you really don't like just for food. Of course, we have to do something with fun. Poultrygeist from Troma, and this was, of course, directed by Lloyd Kaufman, and it was in 2006 too. So
okay, yeah. Well back. Well, this
boy.
movie is so much happens. Basically, you have this guy that his.
It's a lot, Joe. It's a lot. Take your time.
I don't even know where to start with this movie. Basically, you have this guy. He finds out that his high school love has now become a college lesbian.
Yes.
And she's protesting the fact that a chicken restaurant is built over Indian burial grounds.
Yes.
And then chaos ensues, Lamar.
Yes, and on this burial ground, of course, well, it's an Indian burial ground, the spirits rise up and start to infect the chicken that becomes violent and crazy and scary and everything like that. And it is pretty much a creep show of just crazy chicken carnage.
Chicken carnage, chicken zombies. This movie is insane. It's so much stuff.
Yeah, I would say this movie has a lot of layers to it. It's talking about a lot of social issues, kind of like the fast food industry. Yeah. Also talking about capitalism. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of stuff built on stuff, and it's to me a Troma just classic.
Not afraid to touch subjects that offend people.
Oh,
I mean, they're doing lesbian stuff. This with crazy scenes. Well, one thing, this movie just breaks out into musicals at some points.
Yes, it is.
And they have this long lesbian love fest scene that's a musical. The one Muslim character where the running joke or the running gag of it is that she's a suicide bomber.
Yes.
Which comes into play at some point at the end of the movie. Pretty much making fun of everybody.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. When you look at the main character's names, Arby, his girlfriend, Wendy, the black manager, Denny.
I like that guy.
Covers all that stuff. Yeah, Denny, of course, what happened to Denny's and everything. They had racial issues. So, yeah, there's another little thing that they make fun of. So.
Yep. But they do it in a way that's so over the top.
Oh yeah,
where they get away with it, because it's just it's beyond the point where anyone takes it serious.
I mean, with watching this movie, it's not for the faint of heart. Yeah. If you're not prepared for Troma's humor, this will turn you off. But if you are looking for the absurd, the offensive, this is up your alley. In so many ways. Yeah. I mean, dear God, there's so many parts to this movie because I've seen it before. And it just shocked me, everything you talked about. And then actually one thing I wanted to touch on is the practical effects.
Yes, I was going to mention that too.
Yeah. The practical effects are well done. There's no, of course, there's no CGI. Everything is made you have chicken outfits that look like zombies that are designed.
They're really cool. Ooh. I mean, even simple stuff, simple gags like the talking sandwich. That looks cool. It looks good. There was something where someone's eyes popped out of the head. That looked cool. Everything was really great as far as the practical effects go.
They went all the way. I mean, there's so much feces and green crap all over the place. It's insane. Amazing with what they did and all that kind of stuff. And then it's a limited budget too.
Right.
So
yeah. If you think
really
about
good.
Troma being smaller budget and stuff, to be able to pull off what they did, I think it's pretty amazing. So yeah, awesome for that. Another thing, we mentioned before, at points in the movie it just broke into being a musical. Usually I don't like that, but with these I thought they were pretty funny.
I think it works because that just adds to the outlandish feel of this movie. Yeah. Because it's the whole I won't say it's Romeo and Juliet, but they're kind of like making fun of like, oh, she's like the lesbian, protester. He's just trying to get a job, star-crossed lovers type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, let's add a musical. Why not? Let's just do that. So it really adds like a little bit more to the movie because the things that they sing about are crazy as well. So,
crazy. Yeah. And they go into these big choreographed dance numbers where things are happening, and it's just insane.
It's nuts. If you love Troma, you're gonna love this movie.
Yeah. So, what's your rating? What would you put it on?
This is a 5 for me because it's like a layer cake of crazy just shit. Like it's insane. It's like it's talking about racial issues, capitalism. It's talking about, it even mentions like shootings and stuff like that. It mentions everything, and it's kind of like a crazy Troma cartoon episode. Like, it's insane.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, I say a 5. This movie is insane. It's like I said, it's not for the faint of heart. But it's a 5. Like, if you're into that type of comedy, you're gonna love this movie.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm almost there. I'm giving it a 4.5.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel the same way. Like, this is a specialty movie. Like, it's not for everyone. But yeah, if you go into it thinking, okay, this is a Troma movie, you will love this movie because it's so over the top. I love the special effects stuff.
Yeah.
I love all that. Practical effects. Yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Like, it's so over the top where I say you almost have to see it.
Yeah, it's just one of those, like, it should be in the Criterion Collection, Joe. it has that staple, just how crazy it is. So yeah, and added to that, the making of this movie, Poultry in Motion.
I haven't watched it yet.
If you get a chance. Oh, I saw it. Dear Lord. You thought the movie was crazy.
Great.
Check that out.
I will check that out. I think this definitely ranks among the best Troma movies that we've seen, for sure. For me, Toxic Avenger 2 is my favorite Troma movie. And I also really enjoyed The Slashing, the original.
Yes.
I enjoyed that. Shakespeare Shitstorm, I liked. Yes. I put this one up there, maybe slightly above Shakespeare Shitstorm. This might be my 3rd favorite Troma movie.
I would say this is like the movie you need to see for. I mean, of course, Toxic Avenger. That's like a legendary. This is probably my favorite Troma movie because of how crazy it is and how it mixes everything together. And it's almost like it's a cohesive chaos. And I know that counters, but it's just insane how like everything kind of meshes together in the message of the movie.
Yeah.
So,
So would this be like, if you were trying to explain to someone what Troma is, would you just say, you want to know what Troma is? Watch this movie.
Watch this movie probably by yourself. Don't make it a family affair. This movie will explain the mindset of Troma.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
Poultrygeist. Go see it. It's interesting.
To say the least, Joe. Yep. To say the least. Like, for real. So
that wraps this one up. Perfect Turd Podcast, episode 44. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We've got some cool Thanksgiving things planned this month.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Peace.
Deuces.